Good morning and happy Monday, November 17th. Andrew Marquis, themarquisteam.com, CrossCountry Mortgage, checking in on Monday with our interest rate update and product update for the week. So hope everyone had a nice weekend. Weather is certainly cooling down here as we approach Thanksgiving. Hope everyone's getting excited for the holidays. But here goes. Rates are sort of trading in a narrow range lately. We haven't seen any huge drops just yet, but we could soon. I'll give some predictions on this call. Conforming loans 1 point, 30-year fixed 5.99, 20-year 5.5%, 15-year 4.99, 7-year ARM 5.625. Jumbo loan amount 807,000 or higher 1 point, 30-year fixed 5.75, 10-year ARM 5.25, 7-year ARM 4.875, and 5-year ARM 4.75. Market update. We have seen the market, I would say, slow just a little bit, but it's still steady. There's a good amount of purchase business still coming through, great buying opportunities, which I'll touch on momentarily, and refinancing is still popular. So if you're at an interest rate of 6.5% or higher, I would suggest that it's a good time to evaluate refinance options. I always like to explain to my buyer clients that this time of year, in my experience, is the best time to buy. My family and I bought our last 2 homes. We put them under contract in January. And the reason being is that the market tends to be more dormant that time of year, less buyers out there, bad weather. So you can really take advantage of some opportunities getting a property for a quote-unquote deal, although we know in New England there's no real deals to be had. But I think that you can get a little bit more leverage in your offer as a buyer. And I think interest rates this time of year tend to be, all else being equal, about the lowest because there's less demand on the banking system, and we tend to see rates and margins narrow this time of year. So that being said, I'm still hopeful and optimistic that I think we are going to see some lower interest rates in January and February. And I think a big misconception I want to throw out there regarding refinancing. So if you're in the market looking to buy and you're sort of waiting, saying, hey, I don't want to buy until rates go lower, I would suggest that if you buy now and you get a good property at a good price, you can always refinance. And the reason I mention this is I had a client that just bought in July. They had to take on a higher interest rate. They had to do a portfolio loan, and they came back to me just 2 months later, and we were able to save them $1,500 a month refinancing with 0 closing costs. So I think that's the big one. Is I think a lot of folks out there think refinancing is another costly endeavor. $10,000 to refinance. In most cases, we issue a lender credit that covers the cost of refinancing. So if you do buy a house and you take on an interest rate of 6%, you're not thrilled with it, but rates go down in 6 to 12 months, you can simply refinance and get that lower rate. You already have the property. So if the buying competition is down right now, it really could be a great time to get a foot in the market before rates go lower and then potentially drive house costs even higher. Why not get the house now at a better buy-in option and then refinance that loan when rates go down with little or no closing costs? So anyway, let's hope things stay busy and steady throughout the winter here and throughout the holidays. We're always reachable. It's themarquisteam.com, and wishing you all a great week ahead. This is the final full week before Thanksgiving, so enjoy it, and I'll talk to you soon.